Hey everybody, welcome back. These are some of TikTok's most insane dating stories.
She brings out her Bumble app.
He leaves me alone in Miami.
There's another girl.
I gotta get the out of here. I had a boyfriend in high school and everybody thought he was gay. Man, he is gay, honey. He is in the closet. I did not want to believe it. So, as one does, I got curious. Yes, honey. So I lightly mentioned it one time, okay? Lightly mentioned it. I never seen somebody so god happy. This mother. He runs to his mom's bathroom and brings back her hairbrush like he had been playing fetch. Like, good boy. Yeah, like he'd been waiting his whole life for me to say this. I was curious what he wanted me to do with his mom's hairbrush, but, you know, shortly after he told me what he wanted me to do with his mom's hairbrush. I was so...
What do you want to do?
I was so stunned. My gastids were flabbered. Okay? I just did it. I don't know why. I'm not a confrontational person, you know? I just did what he wanted me to do. Y'all put two and two together.
What?
And then right after that, he takes back into his mom's bathroom, puts it right on the counter where it was, where he found it.
No!
He's married and has kids now.
I was like, does he want you to brush his hair? No, he didn't. He didn't want you to, in fact, brush his hair. He didn't. And you just put it back right on the counter, right where it was. So she's just gonna take it and brush her hair. Be like, that kind of smells. It's kind of stinky. Okay. That's a crazy one. Yeah, that's a crazy one indeed. Innocent old me. I'm like,
Oh, what do you want to do with that?
not the hairbrush. No, come on now. I thought you were gonna say he got all like mad or something. He got really defensive. But no, he's like, oh, good. We can be honest with each other. Awesome. Okay, well, you can do this for me.
Brother,
You did it? You did it. But you also did it. He was just curious. No, he's 100% used that hairbrush before. That's a sign of someone who's used that before. Have you used that hairbrush? To brush your hair! Oh, this girl was from some dating show. I was just watching her.
I'm currently in Monaco right now, and I need to tell you guys a story time. So, story time. I was talking to this guy recently, and we went into Vegas together, and it was good. It was great. He was like, okay, I want to invite you to Monaco. So then he invited me to fly to Miami because they were taking a private jet from Miami to Cannes for Film Fest, and then we're going to go to Monaco for the Grand Prix.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I've never gone to Grand Prix before. I've never gone to Cannes Film Fest before, and I've been to Monaco a few times, so I love it, and I couldn't turn it down. I asked if I could just fly from Toronto, and he was like, why don't you just fly private? So who wouldn't say yes? So I flew into Miami Saturday. This is important. I flew in Saturday. I get there on Saturday, and he's like, the plane doesn't leave till tomorrow. I wake up in the morning. There's no set time. They changed it. He said that they're delaying it till Tuesday. Okay. Tuesday comes around. He's like, okay, actually Wednesday. Wednesday morning comes around, and keep in mind, he doesn't plan anything. Like, we're literally basically doing nothing all day, every day, because we're waiting for this jet. Anyways, so Wednesday comes around. Wednesday morning, I get up at 6 a.m., do my whole repack, everything. I come downstairs with my luggage. She goes, I need to talk to you. Okay, so then he goes to talk to me, and he's like, basically, there's only one spot on the jet left, and it's for me, and I'm gonna go, and when I get there and we have a set itinerary, I'll send it to you, and if you still want to come, let's do that. And I was like,
no.
So he gets on the jet, he leaves me alone in Miami, and then he texts me being like, I booked you a hotel for the night. So he books me a hotel for one evening. I get to the hotel, no spending money, no nothing, and I flew out to see this guy, and he literally just blew me off. And so then the next morning comes around and he calls me and he goes, this is not going to be the trip, like, you do not want to come, it's just for the boys,
there somebody
like,
else?
There's no girls on this trip.
There's another
It's,
girl.
like all this other stuff. Keep in mind, my friend does marketing for the company that he said that he's going with, but he actually ended up owning. So she told me that all of that was a complete lie. There was space on the jet, there was girls, and they were flying in girls from all over, and it was not a guy's trip. This is like something they do every year. And I was like,
I knew it.
what? Like, and so I was pissed off, and I closed myself out to Monaco to feel better, and now I'm here.
Finally,
I
good.
blocked him. Went off on him for a paragraph. I should have just left it and ghosted him, but I'm trying to be a bigger person and better person this year. So, stay tuned.
I mean, you could ghost him, or you could just post about the fact that you're in Monaco and embarrass him in a TikTok, and then proceed to like go out with a bunch of other dudes and post it to your story and make him mad. Just saying. The audacity of this man. No, he totally like invited you out. And then there was another girl that he was interested who also ended up saying yes. And she came, and then, you know, she probably brought a friend. And then like you were on list B, baby. I hate to say it, but you were. Find a richer dude in Monaco. Literally, it's not even his jet. Just go to Monaco and go to where all the yachts are. Sounds like he's not the rich one and he just waits for his rich friends. Literally, that's not his jet, baby girl. That's not his jet. He uses it to impress girls, but that's not his jet. You in Monaco, bestie. Isn't that like one of the places on earth with like the highest, like the most rich people per capita? Honestly, there's a lot of rich people in Monaco. There's a lot. Just go find another one. Period. Get on Bumble. You'll be on a yacht by this evening. Literally, like, ugh. On to the next, bestie. I love that you still flew yourself out to Monaco, though. Like, why you gotta wait for this man, this dusty man, and his friend's jet?
So I went on 2 Bumble BFF dates, and this is what I learned. But before we get into that, I moved from Boston to London. So the first Bumble date was pretty chill. We just didn't click. That was really all. But the second date is exactly why I deleted the app. I'm just going to point out the things she did because this story is actually like 30 minutes long. So number 1, she was extremely late. Like we didn't go out till about 12:20 a.m. Then we see each other. She links arms with me, kind of like we're in kindergarten, like when you have a buddy system. I just thought that was odd, but I was like, you know what, maybe she's just super sweet and bubbly. And then we're across from the bar, and she starts chugging out of this water bottle she brings out of like this huge purse she brought, by the way, like a huge bag. And I was like,
Vodka?
What is that? And she's like, I'm drinking like blueberry Ciroc. Do you want some?
Oh.
And I was like, sure,
What are we,
why
14?
not? And then we go inside, and then she's rude to the servers. I can't have that because I used to be a server, and I do not like people that are mean to servers. I just, no.
Same.
So I already right there didn't like her. She's acting very, very bougie. Kind of like the way she talked to him was like kind of like ordering him around, which I didn't really like. Like, let's say she spilled like a little droplet of a drink. She would like get his attention to get a napkin for him to wipe it. I was like, oh no. Oh my God.
Ugh.
But basically, it was time to go because we were like the last ones there, and we got a bottle of wine. I had my cart sitting down because the guy kept saying, like, can you guys please close out? You guys are the last ones here. She wasn't listening, obviously, ignoring him, being rude. So I was like, you know, I just used my card. And then she's like, oh my God, we should have paid half. I was like, bitch, you see my card sitting there and you didn't do. But you know what? That was my fault. I should have spoke up and asked her to pay half. Then she was like, watch out for the server. I was like, okay. As I watch the server, I see her pull out a second water bottle, and when I say water bottle, like a plastic bottle, she starts pouring the rest of the wine into the water bottle and then puts it in her bag. I was like, so first off, you're late, you didn't pay for and now you're stealing liquor that I paid for.
Oh my God.
Then we go to the next bar, and she's like, oh, my friends are coming. So I got excited. I was like, yes, I can meet another group of people. I was like, who are your friends? She brings out her Bumble app and pulls out all the girls. And when I say she's sliding past, like, it looked like 200 girls. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I had like maybe 10 people I matched with. She matched with like the whole world, and she is from London. To me, that is weird. If you are from London, why are your only friends on Bumble? And I know that sounds mean, but that's odd. That's very odd.
It is.
And the girl coming saying that's her friend, she hasn't even met her yet. So now I'm on some big blind Bumble BFF date. And the other girl gets here. She's cool. She's normal. Thank God. She's just telling us, the other girl's like telling us the stories. And she's like, basically it looks like she goes on a Bumble date every day. So I just thought that was odd. And then I forgot to mention, she also is very, very touchy. Like always grabbing my leg like this. And it wasn't like, oh, she's into you type thing. Like she thinks you're cute. It wasn't like that. It was very like giving obsessive, clingy stalker, like I want to be your best friend. And maybe not even me. Maybe it's on every date. Maybe it's just like she just wants a best friend. She was begging me to go to her gym, asking me every day what I was doing. What are we doing tomorrow? What are we doing Monday? What are we doing Tuesday? What are we doing Wednesday?
Weird.
I was like, hold up. And then the worst part, she kept being like, picture, 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 every 3 seconds. And then when we took one, I looked back in the pictures and saw what she was doing. She was acting like we were the bestest friends. Like, you should have seen her facial expression. It was creeping me the out. So at this point, I'm texting my friends from Boston being like, call me and maybe I can like use an emergency to get the out of the situation. But I just felt so bad as the nice person I am. And then I was like, let me just stick it out. But basically, it's like 2 a.m. Thank God bars are closing. Obviously, we're the last people again because she's not listening to the servers, being rude to the second place we were at. I called my Uber. She was like, oh, can I like hop in it? Like, can you put a second stop on there? And I didn't know how to say no because I don't know how to speak up, obviously. And I kind of just wanted to get rid of her. So I was like, you know what? Why not? But at this point, I paid for all the drinks. I paid for the Uber.
Oh my God.
You acting mad bougie.
She rinsing you.
How you act bougie, but you act cheap. That makes no sense. And then she took my phone. She followed herself on 2 weird Instagram accounts that didn't even look like her name. And then I forgot to mention she looked nothing like her photo. It was face-apped times 20. She has dark eyes. She had like blue eyes in the picture. So I was catfished.
She catfished
too.
you.
And yeah. Oh my God, I forgot to mention when we're in Uber, it's like 2 a.m. I'm tired. She's like, let's take a picture. Picture, picture, picture. I was like, oh my.
Oh, kill me. Kill me now.
It was just very, very annoying. It was like dealing with like a 13-year-old little girl. And I'm so sorry if that sounds mean, but that's like my honest opinion. Honestly, be safe on these Bumble dates because some people are creeps. And I deleted the app. So I ain't doing that again. That.
Oh my God. You know, I've never actually used like the feature on Bumble where you can like meet friends. Something about that is like weird. I don't know. Something like I've already come to terms with the fact that like most of the people you meet on dating apps like are on dating apps for a reason. You slowly start to find out why these people have a problem like meeting people in real life and they resort to dating apps. Sometimes it's because they want to date like multiple people at once. Other times it's like they're really bad, like they don't have social skills. I don't know, they have like a weird, you know, like maybe they catfish people. Like there's always like kind of like a reason why everybody's on a dating app. My reason was I was desperate. And I have a hard time striking up conversations with people. So yes, I was on dating apps because of those reasons. But like a friend, it's just odd to me. Honestly, she was probably using dating apps as like a way to like go out with other girls and like not pay for anything. I've heard of girls going on dates on Bumble and like other dating apps and using it as a way to get free meals. I lived with someone who used to do that. Like she had no money and she would just go on a date every night and that's how she ate. Didn't like it, by the way. It was like, oh my God. But like to use it to meet friends to pay for you? Buddy, I'm like learning things.
I'm learning.
I'm on Bumble BFF, went on a date and got very lucky. She's amazing and we're meeting today for a third time. Okay, good. I'm glad. All right, so don't be totally turned off by it. If you're like in a new city or something and you want to meet some people, maybe it's a good idea. But like when you're seeing all these red flags, clock them, okay? I still think it's, I don't know. Like the fact that she had matched with all of these girls and like was going out a lot with all of them, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm picky with my friends, you know what I mean? Like I don't like to like hang out with too many people. I can barely handle like my friend group as it is and like having to like meet up with them and call them and like maintain the relationship. I can't even imagine. I have nothing but horror stories from Bumble BFF. Those were crazy. Oh my God, I almost want to download it and do it for the plot.
So I'm just letting you know this is my first and last date with you because you are greedy. I did not know you that greedy at all. You had 2 plates.
I haven't eaten all day.
I don't care if you haven't eaten all day. That's messed up. You're greedy. This supposed to be our first date, and this is how you do?
What you mean? This is the real me.
What, eating like that? What the? Drinking 2 drinks at a time? This is sad. This is really sad. Nobody on that first date does this.
Yeah, because they be trying to be fake. This is the real me.
Well, can I have to fake you?
No.
Because most people fake it until they make it, and you ain't made it at all. And you ain't faking nothing. This is ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
I went to the bathroom and I came back and all my food gone.
Oh, I thought she was done.
No, you apparently you finished it. Or you're trying to. This is weird. I've never been on a first date like this in my life.
Okay, but have you ever had crab
Welcome to
before?
the real
Fair.
I should have
Honestly,
known
fair.
something was up when you came through the front door and you start looking like this.
Like what?
Like you was ready to chow down on some food.
Yeah, this. Yeah.
Do you even know how to crack the crab?
This is my first time having this time.
I can tell. This is ridiculous. I never get a chance to eat. I just had to go to the bathroom for a quick second. All my food is gone.
Well, boo, where I'm from, you don't leave food sitting.
Apparently, you don't leave food at all. You smash this. And you wasting food all over you.
Where?
Don't worry about it. Apparently, I'm not getting my food. What? This girl is crazy.
Please let this be a skit.
No. I'm not sitting down at all. I'm actually afraid to sit down because you're eating everything in sight. What? There's nothing for you to put salt on.
Make me sweat.
And stop singing.
She's happy as a clam.
You either gonna sit down and talk to me like a man, or you can dismiss yourself after you pay for the check.
I'm not paying for nothing. Why am I gonna pay and you ate all this food? Ain't no man gonna sit here and pay for this ridiculousness. How you even eat all this food this fast?
You get crackers and all with this.
Ridiculous. I see why you single. I was wondering at first. I was like, how a beautiful girl like you be single? And now I know. Bingo, right here. I'm thankful that you showed me this on the first date, dude, too, because other people would have.
You know how many first dates I've been on? Be real.
So you do this for a
I
living?
really came for the food. That's it. Just the food.
I can tell.
Yeah, you tripping.
I can tell you came for the
That's
food.
That's all I wanted.
Well, how about this? I'm not driving you home. You can catch a ride home.
That's fine. Just go pay for the check.
No, I'm not paying for nothing. Bye.
Oh my God, that was a lot to unpack. Honestly, I kind of get it though, because I really like seafood. No, because have you ever had an Alaskan king crab? Have you? Okay, but word of advice though, don't go for seafood on your first date. Like, don't. It's too messy. You're gonna smell like fish after. Your hands are gonna be so stinky. I came home from like dinner once and I had a bunch of seafood. And like Murphy was just like kissing me nonstop. He's just kiss, kiss, kiss. He's not a kissy dog, okay? And I'm like, wow, like since when are you so affectionate? And I realized he wasn't being affectionate. He was just licking the fish off of my fingers. I do get it though, because like I do be eating an entire seafood tower. Like I will destroy that. I love it. She's hungry. Leave her in peace to enjoy her meal. Honestly, you should just leave her. Like, don't pay, but like, leave her. She's not there for you. She's hungry. Leave that woman be. She's enjoying her food. She is, and I get it. I'm kidding. Obviously, this is not what you need. This is not proper first date etiquette. You do not order like multiple plates and then eat your your partner's food. And then expect him to pay. No, you don't. But at the same time, I do love me some seafood.
If you're ever feeling bad about yourself after a date, just know I just had a fourth date. I brought him to my friend's apartment for a pregame. He walked into a group of 6 girls. I was told there would be other guys there, but they ended up bailing. The 7 of us are playing piccolo. The game is just targeting him. And my anxiety was going through the roof because I was not mentally prepared for that. I don't think he was either. So between the drinking game and my anxiety, I drank a lot and I got pretty quickly. My friend made homemade watermelon margaritas and that was going down really easy. That's not even the bad part. We called 2 Ubers, so we're gonna go out to the bars and I have a quick little bathroom break before I head out. And my friends told me that he left us and went in the first Uber and how that was. I said, oh, it doesn't matter, we're all going to the same place. Now I'm very turnt at this point, like I reached my limit. And I hadn't even left the house yet. So I climb into the Uber. I'm like the second to last one in the Uber and I'm climbing in the back. My friend was asking me to drop the tea. So I did. She's like, oh, how's your date? And I was like, oh, well, it was okay. We had to split the bill, but I still like him the most. Also went on to say, oh, like the restaurant wasn't very good because it wasn't, like we kind of talked about it. We had dumplings. And to be honest, they were not the best dumplings, objectively. The date itself, like him and his company, was still good. And then she also asked me about another guy and the drama that went down with him, because also I haven't seen her in a week. So we were catching up in the Uber before I would meet back up with my date when we got to the bar. My friend in the middle row turns to me and says, "Hey, they're in the car." I was like, "Who's they? Who's they?" And then that's when my other friend said, "Oh, so-and-so." Yeah, my date was in the car with us. And I said, "Hey, did you hear what I said?" And he said, "Yup." So I screamed. I scrumped a scream out loud in the car. And then I said, "Well, now you know about situation number 2. So, we're just going to air it out for the whole car." And that was my friend from like middle school, high school, who was my first kiss. I ran into him in New York. Really excited to be reconnected with old friends. Hadn't seen him in 7 years. And then he makes moves on me. It was not the vibe for me. He got to hear all of that business along with my friends. He still stayed the whole night out with me. I gave him the out multiple times, both at the pregame and when we were out. I felt so bad. No more alcohol after leaving the apartment, only water from there on out because I clearly was at my limit. And yeah, we're still texting one another, tentatively planning a date for this coming week, so maybe it's not all bad. TBD, but if they like you, then they like you, I guess. Vice versa, I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe I'm gonna get ghosted. Hope not.
To be fair, I don't really think that you were saying anything that bad. Like, you weren't really talking about him. You were kind of like,
yeah, we split the bill, but like the vibes were still good.
Like, you were saying like nice things about him. Were you all just hammered and you didn't know that he was also in the Uber? Like, I'm so confused. How did none of you clock that he was still in the Uber? Okay, but like clearly it wasn't that bad because he's still going out with you and now he knows everything. So if he's sticking around through that, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it kind of made him like,
oh, I gotta work for it a little bit. There's somebody else.
What did we learn from this? Don't get too drunk. Don't get too drunk. That goes without saying, but like 3 cocktails max and not martinis. 3 martinis is too many. 2 martinis is too many. You get 1 martini.
I'm gonna record because I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm leaving this guy's house, and the whole time he was shish kebabbing it from the back, I felt like I was gonna lay an egg or something. I gotta get out of here.
I feel like I'm on FaceTime. Oh my God. Oh man. Some things don't need to be put on social media. You know what I'm saying? We can keep that to ourselves. Subscribe.